Chestertown RiverArts Board of Directors. We're all sitting around trying to come up with good events that would whip the crowd into a frenzy. And we figured with our name of RiverArts, we ought to do something with a river. We have lots of stuff in the art gallery, lots of things going on around town, but we didn't do anything that encapsulated half of our name. So we started thinking about what events could we do, and William Brockschmidt, who's on the board, great ideas. And William had been to Providence, Rhode Island, and had seen firewater, I think, or water fire, where they had these big cauldrons in the river that flame, and it's become real popular. So we thought, well, that's cool, but getting DNR to allow us to float flaming cauldrons down the Chester River may not be in the game plan. So we thought, well, what can we do like that? And we thought, well, if we did something that was solar powered, something that lit up at night like the flaming cauldrons, and since we're an arts organization, we could do a sculpture. Since we want it to be on the river, let's make it float. That's how it started, and we thought if we're going to do that, we need to add events around it. Let's have paddle races and poker run. Let's have a big event at Wilmer Park, and let's just make it a whole day, and we'll celebrate the whole waterfront. And that was how the first idea emerged. And then we wanted to do it. We all got excited, and we started looking at just how much work it was going to be to make that happen. We all got a little scared, and we kind of start timidly, and we put it off. We really wanted to do it last year. We lost our nerve. And then this year, with the new Arts and Entertainment District, the new Arts Master Plan, Sultana is building their new educational center. We've got the new waterfront design. Washington College is looking to come up with a design concept for Stepney Manor. And it's just all around. Things were happening everywhere. We thought we've got so many stories to tell. We can't pass this opportunity. This is never going to happen again. So we said, okay, took a deep breath, and off we went. And so one of the first things we did was, there's only one guy I know around here who has the experience and design moxie to build a giant floating sculpture, and that's Vico von Voss. And so he was our target right off. I thought, if Vico will do this, we can make this happen. But he's, aside from being a great furniture designer, wood sculptor, and timber frame builder, he's built these huge, great whimsical structures for Burning Man. I mean, really cool stuff. And been able to pull it off. And I thought, I just don't know anybody who can do that but him. So then John Seidel called us out of the blue and said, I've been hearing of your event. This sounds like a lot of fun, and we'd like to throw in together. So we said, well, that's cool. He said, you'll have to move at our date in September because the students will have to be back. We thought that's even cooler. And Sandbox, meanwhile, was really interested in being involved in the sculpture because they would like to take this over in the future and bring in renowned sculptors from around the world and grow this event forever. But they need the students to be in town because the sculpture building becomes a learning process for them. So everything's going really good at this point in Vico. So it changed the date back to September 26th. So Vico and Jackie were going to be in town. They said, okay, we'll do it. And then Vico, and it's been in the Spy. And if you haven't seen it in the Spy and you're watching this, if you go to that little search button right up there and hit RiverFest Sculpture, I'm sure you'll see the photo of it. It's artist rendering of it, but it was made from his model, and it's shown at the distance it'll be out from the end of High Street, floating in the Chester River. It's really cool. There have been so many volunteers, just tons of people helping on it, from design, working on the sculpture itself, to has to be a safety perimeter that floats around it that will have a float with a big solar panel and batteries. All the wires will run under the water up to the sculpture, so when the sun goes down, the sculpture lights up. We've been working down at Wilmer Park, well, for the last few weeks, and then at Vico's studio for weeks before. It's a lot of man hours in this. but it's coming along really neat. It's massive. It's not counting all the steel substructure that's under the water. It's 24 feet high and about 20 feet wide. 3 spires that look very organic. It's made of wood, at least the part that you'll see, with these big arches that connect them, and the story of future, past, and present of Chestertown, and all the connections of everything, but the history that we've had and where we're going next. It's a great story that connects to us. Brilliant design. We are all so excited about it. The lighting ceremony is at about 7:30 at the end of High Street, but the event at High Street starts a little earlier at 6 o'clock, and we'll have music, and Center for Arts and Environment, or Environment and Society, is going to have displays of plans that are going to be happening in Chestertown over the next few years. And so for an hour and a half leading up to it, and there'll be all kinds of musical events going on there. So that'll be a lot of fun. But that's the finale at the end. But it starts at noon at Wilmer Park. And at noon, we'll start, it's going to be a lot of stuff, but we'll start with what happens right in the park, which we're calling it the Sun, Sail, and Paddle Expo. And it's going to be a lot of stuff to look at. We'll have the latest in kayaks and stand-up sailboards and stand-up paddleboards, and you'll actually be able to take those out, try them out if you want to. So that'll be a lot of fun. And we'll have artists there. I think we've got 15 artists doing displays. We got lots of nonprofit partners that'll be there to tell about their products, and or not products, but their services and events and everything that's going on in Chestertown. And we have several alliance partners. And we picked our alliance partners because they have either they're on the waterfront or they're helping maintain the waterfront. So Sultana, right off. And Sultana will be doing cruises in and out during the day. So Sultana is one of our partners. Chester River Yacht and Country Club is, and they are so excited. They're great. They'll be bringing up boats that they've made. Some of their members have made these just really stunning model skipjacks and stuff. That'll be on display there. A number of their members have made really nice full-size boats that are just great examples of handmade wooden boats. So we're hoping to have a number of those there. And then we'll have music there. We'll have a great bunch of activities for kids. KidSPOT from RiverArts is going to be there. Washington College is their fall family weekend. So there'll be lots of people in town for that. And they'll have pony rides, things that they've done for fall family weekend for years up till now. So they'll be bringing all of theirs. RiverArts will be bringing KidSPOTs. There'll be lots to do with kids. So along with that, there'll be food, drink, music, entertainment. Should be a gas. And then there's stuff happening on the water. We're going to have kayak and canoe races. And those start about 1 o'clock. And so people, if they start coming at 10:30 or so, 10:30 noon, they can load their kayaks. We'll pull in, you park, we'll help you offload it, and go park your car, come back, throw it in, be ready for the race. Along with that, there's a paddle run. In the race, we've got these fun, whimsical trophies, and we have age groups from 18 to over 70. So it's a lot of fun. And then there's also a paddler's poker run. We have 5 floating kiosks, and in each one we'll have envelopes with playing cards sealed in them. So participants will paddle from one to another, pick up one card from each of the 5 kiosks, and come back, and at the appropriate time, which is 5 o'clock, so you get sort of all day to go out and do that. When you get back, people will open their envelopes and find out who got the winning hand. In the middle of that is Washington College Center for Environment and Society's 9th annual cardboard boat race, and it is always a crowd pleaser. And for years, we have everybody around us come down for that race. The boats are great designs, and they'll be on display in the park before then. That'll be part of the eye candy for people who are visiting Wilmer Park, is to look at all the boats first, and then to watch what is a really fun and whimsical race. And some of them make it to the finish line. It's exciting and soggy, but that's going to be a great time too. So altogether, there are, and I'm probably leaving things out, but I probably talked as long as I should, and that's pretty much the events.